Deep in the village of Kosganj, there is a young man named Bhola who lives out a very old story. He is the Holy Fool, a character who appears across cultures as someone who lacks the filters the rest of us use to survive. Bhola's name literally means innocent, and he lives up to it. He doesn't have a cynical bone in his body, which means he treats every word spoken to him as the absolute truth. You see this when a local villager cores him, spinning a heartbreaking story about a sick child to get his last 5 rupees. Bhola doesn't look for a catch. He just sees someone in pain and gives them everything he has. In a community built on hard work and tight margins, this level of trust looks like a defect. To the neighbors, Bhola isn't a saint, he's a target. When Bhola returns home empty-handed, his stepfather's patience finally breaks. He sees his son's kindness as a weakness that will eventually lead to starvation. He tells Bhola that if he cannot understand the value of a coin or how to protect what he owns, he has no place in the house. He is sent out to face the world on his own. This diagram represents the math of Bhola's situation. In an environment where everyone is trying to pull resources toward themselves, a person who only gives becomes a drain. This is the moment where the folktale begins. By pushing the fool out of the house, the family forces him into the one place where his unique perspective might actually find a different set of rules: the wilderness. Bhola wanders into a dense, silent forest, leaving the transaction-heavy world of the village behind. Tucked behind a tree, he finds a massive iron cooking pot sitting on a 10-rupee note. It's an object that clearly belongs to no one. A smart person sees scrap metal or a tool to sell, but Bhola sees an orphan. He treats the pot with the same empathy he showed the villager, deciding that since it's alone in the woods, he should take it home and care for it. His stepmother accepts this logic. Instead of scolding him, she cleans the pot and fills it with enough biryani for Bhola to try his hand at selling food in the fields. Bhola's decision to treat the pot as a guest rather than a commodity is the only reason the object makes it back to the village. His specific type of folly turned a piece of junk into a business opportunity. Bhola takes the biryani to the laborers working under the midday sun, men who are often too tired to even finish their shifts. The moment they eat, the laborers feel a massive surge of energy. This isn't just a full stomach. The biryani seems to physically repair their exhaustion, allowing them to work with a strength they haven't felt in years. This creates a massive demand. Because Bhola's food actually solves the workers' biggest problem, fatigue, he begins to earn more money in a week than he had seen in his entire life. But success brings out the village's predatory side. A man named Raju begins stalking Bhola's home at night, convinced there must be a secret ingredient he can steal for himself. Two mindsets are at work. Bhola provides a service that restores people. Raju tries to extract results without service. Raju thinks the magic is a secret to own, missing that the pot only arrived through a selfless act he could never perform. In this story, the magic acts as a literal version of value. It does exactly what the workers need most, proving that Bhola's strange empathy for an orphaned pot ended up meeting a massive market need. One night, as Raju watches through the window, he sees the family gathered around a table piled with the money Bhola has earned. It's here that the father's true motivation comes to light. The father reveals that he has been saving every single rupee to buy a plot of land. His tough love wasn't a rejection of Bhola. It was a way to build a permanent physical safety net for a son he knew would always be too kind for his own good. As the family speaks, the pot itself begins to vibrate and speak, confirming the father's hope. The father's silence mirrored Bhola's own nature. While the village saw a fool and a tyrant, the reality was a father building a fortress of land for a son who couldn't defend himself. The pot reveals its own rules. It only produces its miracle for someone who seeks nothing for themselves. It worked for Bhola because he was the only one who didn't try to use it. Now that Bhola owns his own land and has a secure future, the pot's work is done. It dissolves into a cloud of smoke, leaving behind a few grains of rice as a final blessing. This loop shows specific narrative logic. The protection appears when the character is most vulnerable and disappears the moment they can stand independently. Once the family has land and savings, magic is no longer a necessity for survival, so the system resets. In the end, Bhola didn't survive despite his innocence. He survived because of it. While the rest of the village fought over small advantages, his lack of malice made him the only person the pot would provide for, turning what everyone called a flaw into his greatest strength.